Hey, ScisorTech here with a World of Warships replay in my Shimakaze, the Tier 10 Japanese destroyer. This thing is all about the torpedoes. This thing has some long-range torpedoes, 20 kilometers. And the damage on them is nothing to sneeze at either. I tell you what, it does 20,967 damage per torpedo, 67 knots, 20 kilometers. You do have an upgrade that you can get on this thing. Let's see, where is it at? You can get this upgrade right here to the Type 93 Mod 3s, which give you about 2,800 more damage per torpedo at the cost of 5 kilometers. I'm considering putting these on because I do tend to find myself firing at 15 kilometers or just a little less chance of hitting. But then again, every once in a while in some of the maps I fire at the maximum range and I tend to do a lot of damage. You can really tear up a lot of ships, bring down their damage hit points by quite a bit, and you can completely sink and ruin somebody's game in this thing. The AA on this thing is really just it's junk. It's junk on all the Japanese destroyers. I'm not really sure about the American destroyers or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure it's probably about the same for them. You can't really count on your AA to bring down planes, and even though they show these main turrets as dual purpose, it just really is ineffective. On previous Japanese destroyers, they allowed you to give up one of your guns on this thing in lieu of having more AA. They would take the turret off and basically created a platform for more AA. But I'd tried that before and that didn't seem to help at all, really. The guns on this thing are really, I'd go through a whole game not even firing these guns. It's not that they're horrible guns, it's just that they don't turn fast enough. They don't fire fast enough. And if you get into a brawl with American destroyer, you're just really probably going to lose if the guy knows what he's doing. Every once in a while I do get lucky and I do get into a brawl with one where it's not one I was going looking for, but you have to defend yourself when you can. So I got a replay for you, and we're going to go ahead and get that started right on up. Well, here we are. We're on Islands of Ice. Not one of my favorite maps, but in a destroyer, I think tends to work out for me pretty good in this thing. I'm going to try and go ahead and race up to the mid of the map, so that way I can try and catch some of their battleships just coming out of spawn. And I'll try and go for the big boys first. It doesn't always turn out that way. Some of them are smart and they know what they're doing, and they continuously change speed and course and cause everything that you shoot at them to miss. And then sometimes your torpedoes at 20 kilometers will hit things that you weren't even aiming at. There's no telling how many times I've sunk ships that I didn't even know were there because you just didn't spot them and you didn't see them and nobody had them lit. This thing moves along pretty good. You can use a speed boost and get it on up plus over 40 knots. And you can see there's no shortage of tier 10s on the game, so plenty of hit points to go around. Real good way to make credits that way. And I do some pretty massive damage in this game. Scanning all these targets that are lighting up, but I still got 20 seconds on my torpedoes before they load up. And I always fire in the narrow spread because by the time they get to the target, they're going to be spread out already enough anyways. About the only time I'm firing widespread is when I'm got somebody that's coming around a corner that's really maneuvering erratically, and I want to maximize the chance of hitting them. So I might fire a widespread then. And I only fire a widespread, usually hit. I'm firing all three, but you can see I fired all three, and there they go, they're racing off. And I targeted that Yamato.
Engine boost
He's a big
deactivated.
threat, and that's one of the people I want to knock the hit points off. And there's more torpedoes going out from everywhere. Get enough of these things, you can pretty much paint the ocean with torpedoes. And there they go, racing off. It's really, at this point in time, it's going to be really hard for any of them to miss anything that's in that area. They're not going to be able to turn inside because you can see that basically the torpedoes, the way they're straddling each other, it's just going to really mess somebody up. He disappears. That reappears.
The enemy team is
Surely
taking the
he
lead.
can see him by now. He's probably looking and saying, well, there's not much I can do about this. And I did not get a chance to see really what all I did at once, but you see there's 3 hits right there. Of course, did a critical. And I have a damage counter up there in the top corner, but it doesn't calculate real fast on the torpedo hits. I guess I don't know if it's waiting for the flooding, and I don't even know if it counts the flooding. Now I'll turn around and see if anybody else is lingering around in cap. Every once in a while you'll get somebody that spawns in late, so you catch them coming out of their spawn as well. And with no aircraft carriers, it's just a big plus when you're playing a destroyer then. Now I'm loaded back up, and then this guy pulls in front of me, and I didn't know if he was going to turn back or cut back, so I thought, well, nope, never mind. He's going to fire torpedoes, and I needed to figure out what target is he firing at so I don't fire at the same one. However, I think I did fire at the same one. I couldn't tell which one of those two he was firing at, though.
Our team has taken the lead.
And now I'm spotted. Probably one of the other destroyers, and I do believe it was a Shimakaze that spotted me. And yeah, there he is. All I do is run away. Everybody's firing at me. Just want to break contact. Torpedoes are going in. And it looks like these two guys have pretty much evaded these torpedoes. They had cut back and turned around. So we're going to have to do something different. Still quite a bit of their team that I don't know where is at. And see, I got a hit right there. I don't know what I hit. I don't really care, it's just got a hit. Now see, here's somewhere where I'll fire. I'll go for a widespread sometimes, but he disappeared on me. But this is where they're going to typically be maneuvering, so it's somewhere where I would normally fire like a this is where I would use a widespread. I Fire them all off. Now get out of there. Hightail it, because he's getting real close to spotting me. I probably should have got a little bit better stagger there. But he ends up, I think, missing every one of them. He turned. It's a Zhao, so he's got pretty good maneuverability. And there's a Des Moines over there. I definitely do not want to get spotted because that Des Moines will just wreck me.
Engine boost activated.
But we've captured the A point, so I figured a lot of these guys are going to probably come up through that gap up there, so I was going to go ahead and maneuver to the other side of this mountain so I can get shots on them there. Got an Amagi. There's an Iowa up there. And right now he is duking it out with one of our other ships there. Well, this destroyer's running. He's had enough. So I fire one spread at him because I'm not really sure if he's going to cut back south or if he's going to turn around or anything. So I just didn't want to fire all my torpedoes off at once. Kind of make a circle. In over here, because this Zhao has slipped further south than I thought he was going to go. I figured he would have turned and came up through that gap, and he didn't. But I got a shot on him anyway. Might have been worth my while to fire all 3 spreads. Right there, I'm just trying to pepper the area, see what I can get, and now get out of there.
Engine boost deactivated.
He sees him coming. He starts turning. Misses that one. Misses that one. But can't stop his turn. And there you go.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Bring her back around. This guy is still
The
messing
enemy
with
team
this
is
Iowa.
taking the lead.
And decided to give him another volley, and I got spotted. Pulled in just a little bit too much, but he's really tunnel visioning on that Yamato, so he's probably not going to know they're coming until he gets the warning. And there you go. He's going to eat 2 of those. So that's 3 I've put into him so far, which is going to make it real easy for that Yamato to deal with. go ahead and pull up here and try and slip in behind them. There's an Amagi and a Yamato that their last known location was right there by that mountain, and I don't know where they're at, and then all of a sudden there's the Amagi. And I figured, well, I'm going to go ahead and get him, but I noticed he's turning north. I thought, well, I don't want to tail shot at him because he's probably... Then I seen the Yamato. I immediately target him. I fire off everything I got. Turn around and book out of there. Damn, look pretty. Yeah, look very pretty. But I tell you what, he does a real good job at evading as many as he can. It's still not enough. I mean, he eats quite a few of them. There you go. And then I thought I was going to get a piece of this Amagi, but he's going to be turned out of there by the time my torpedoes get up there. See, they have all the caps now. I decided I'll go ahead and give one volley off at that Amagi because it looks like he's cutting across. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that really because there's no reason for him to cut across. He's going to eventually turn out. I figured, well, I better get in here and capture B. The points are not looking good. The only way I can get them going the other direction is by simply killing ships. I don't believe I can take all the cap points in time, so I can get one, slow it down a little bit, kill a ship, knock them back some, but it's going to be real hard to do. The Amagi, I don't think he takes one. I may be wrong, but and if he does, it's just going to be one. Yeah, it's about this time I looked up and I also noticed that, wait a minute, there's only two of us. And then I get spotted and I'm like, what is spotting me? Yeah, that's when I seen the Fletcher, and I was like,
smoke
well,
generator started.
They start firing at me, of course. Anybody that can get their guns on me is going to start firing at me. Only two of us left. Then that's when I seen these shots come over that little ridge right there. It looked pretty low angle, so I figured, he's pretty close.
Smoke screen set.
What is it? It's a Tirpitz. It looks like he has just ran aground or he stopped. I'd have rather it been any other battleship but the Tirpitz because he has torpedoes as well. But he disappears back on me again, which I'm pretty sure I disappeared, so he doesn't know what I'm going to do. And I want to go in there and I want to close the range as close as possible. Now I'm hoping that he figures that I'm coming around the other side of the mountain and starts turning his guns. While I sneak up as close as possible so that way I can reduce the amount of time that he has to react to me, to seeing me when I come around on him. Get my torpedoes ready, and where is he? And there he is. I'm detected. There he is. He's backing up, so he's just backing up, and I fire one directly at him, and two just behind him, just to ensure that there's no escape. It's just not getting at him. Damage to my gun and my engines. Get them back over. There he goes.
Engine boost deactivated.
And now the Fletcher is just really trying to kill me. Everything's closing in on me. There's really no escape. The times, well, the points counter's coming down, so I mean, that wasn't enough to pull enough points off to stop the inevitable. They have all 4 caps stopping that. So, use my guns and go ahead and start defending myself best I can. And he takes out my engine, sets me on fire. Repairs are coming back up, but there's really nothing I can do. He's a Fletcher, he's a gunboat. I'm a torpedo chunker myself, so I do whatever I can. There's the gate. Sure sucks that it was a defeat. 395,225 silver, 2,621 experience, 132 free experience, 17 torpedo hits. Just amazing. That's most I've ever got, I believe, in any destroyer, is 17. Top on the team. Just wasn't enough to carry the game. 200,000 damage plus. Very little on the flooding and very little on my shells. The very little on the flooding is because most of the ships that I hit, I did massive damage to them and they hit their repair real quick. You get a lot of flooding damages when you hit somebody that's just used their repair kit. But anyways, sure sucks that it was a defeat. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a comment, subscribe, give me a like. Until next time, see ya.